How's everybody doing? This is Stockton's Wing, Full Flight. This album is from 1986, mainly instrumental with a few vocal tracks. Stockton's Wing are an Irish trad band formed in the mid to late 70s. They got their name from a Bruce Springsteen song, which is something I only found out recently. They are pretty prolific worldwide, but they were never as big as U2 or bands like that. I actually think they're better than U2. Their music is more interesting. This album was from 1986. It was kind of midway through their career. They're still actually around today, but the original members have changed over the years. Full Flight is kind of more of a synth-based album compared to the acoustic style stuff before that. Even though they did have drums and bass, the rhythm sections are pretty cool, pretty complex stuff. I think that's mainly because of Australian Stephen Cooney. His bass work is pretty stellar, and if you're into bass in trad, well, look no further. He and Owen O'Neill, who played with Moving Hearts and also went on to play with Chris Rea from around 1985 to 1990. Was one of my favourite bass players of all time. Great bass player. So Full Flight, very enjoyable album, and I only really got into them recently. I bought the retrospective, an anthology, which is highly recommended. It's available on vinyl and CD, but the CD has a lot more tracks to offer, and I'd recommend that, even though I do like vinyl. The CD definitely is the bargain. So this is the band around 1986. They appeared on Self-Aid, which was kind of Irish version of Live Aid, but it was more to do with unemployment, and that was on the 17th of May 1986. I remember watching it on TV. One of the chief songwriters is Mike Hanrahan, who became a cook now, I think, and just cookbooks and stuff like that. He sings as well on the tracks. So side one has got Over the Moors, and you'll be familiar with that because it's the signature tune to the Joe Duffy show on RTE on the radio. So Many Miles is a song with vocals in it. Dancing in the Dark is kind of a reggae tinged track. Full Flight is kind of, I suppose you could call it prog trad, a fusion. It's kind of keyboard stabs and nice bass stabs there. Why Wait Until Tomorrow? That was another song, single. That's a vocal track. Hey Marsha, I remember that on the radio in 1986. It was kind of a pop hit. It's very, very synth driven. Nuclear Revival. That's again kind of pop, trad stuff that kind of came along, around 1993 when Riverdance became popular. Moving Hearts and Stockton'S Wing are similar in those ways. Avondale, that's another song, and Fox's Hasp is probably the least engaging track on the album, and it's the longest. It's probably about 7 or 8 minutes. It's kind of ambient, but again a little bit ahead of its time, because it's the kind of stuff you hear on those Ibiza chill out albums, so very atmospheric, lots of synths. The trad playing in the diddly idle is kind of in the background a bit, so yeah, nice and relaxing, but it's probably the weakest track here because it's just too long and nothing seems to happen in it. But all in all, pretty nice. So the credits produced and engineered by Andrew Boland. I think he was the chief engineer at Windmill Lane Studios in Dublin, as far as I know. Arranged and produced by Stephen Cooney. He's an Aussie, but worked with the band for a long time. Recorded at Lansdowne and West Land Studios, Dublin. Special thanks to Stephen Cooney, Chris Rea, JJ Casey, Def Leppard, Frank, Phil, Dave, and the crew. So thanks to Carl Gericke, Greg Boland, and Noel Eccles. Noel Eccles was a percussion player. He also played with Moving Hearts, I think. Oliver Barry management. So it's a Polydor pressing, LP and cassette only. I've never seen this on cassette. I've never seen this on CD. You probably won't either. But I'll transfer it from the vinyl onto my computer using my Riga 2 turntable and make a digital master. So here's the generic Polydor label. Made in Ireland. A lot of Polydor pressings were pressed in Dublin. That was a long time ago, of course. So that's Full Flight by Stockton'S Wing, 1986, vinyl LP. Very nice. I bought it from Discogs, from a seller in the UK. You don't see it around that often. If you look at it on the internet, you'll only find about one photograph of the album cover. It's not easy to find. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Look out for more in the series soon. Take care and feel free to subscribe.